Hello there everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Firewatch. This is the complete build. The preview build that I had put up like a couple of days ago cut out the intro. See, I was wondering about that, because like during the Firewatch, it's just like in the preview build, you just you're in the forest and there's no explanation as to why. But, and I thought that was kind of odd, but I thought I'd put it up anyway. I was just like, oh, I'll just put it up as episode 1. Nah, can't do that. There's an intro to go through first. And I was afraid of that because I was like, man, like I'm going to record all this, and like, what if there's like an intro? And there was! So, here we go, episode 1 of Firewatch, folks. Thanks for joining me if you do join me. I hope you see it through to completion. That would be quite fun to have this little adventure together. So let's just jump in, guys. Loading. Campo Santo presents in cooperation with Panic Incorporated. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You're Henry. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's your, major? Or, you're pretty. Let's straight to the point. No romance at all. You're pretty, she says coolly. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? You reply confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Okay. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Oh, man. Beagle. See, I'm a German Shepherd kind of guy, but she's in love. So you pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket. You adopt the shepherd and name him Mate. Yeah, give it to her. She wants the dog. So Bucket's a good dog, and 1 week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 PM, and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. That's 1979, so like 4 years later? Kids? They're not very smart, or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple of little idiots. That would be pretty good. Or one day, why rush? That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Don't forget to check in. This might be a tad too loud. I'm sorry to total stop the pace in here, guys. I'll bring this down to about 85. Hopefully that'll be a bit better, like better balanced with my voice. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she clearly has been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I think the worst thing to do would be to be silent. Like, getting mad's bad as well, but like at least you're venting your frustration rather than penting it up, you know? You call her an inconsiderate asshole. She tells you to F off and you're not to be such a baby. You call her selfish. She knows you mean it and it hurts her feelings. That's a shame. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man, or you frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Julia was right. You are very pretty. Good times and the bad guys, come on. This is wonderful. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Bee-ba-ba, a dog. The dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away, you beat his G-damn face in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say, okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair, she wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. That's just a hassle. Like, the worst thing in the world is to commute. Like, I hate travelling back and forth every freaking day. I'd hate that. That would probably be like such a massive strain on any relationship. I'd try and convince her not to take the job. Like, it's a great job. Associate department chair, she wants to move. You absolutely do not. No, I would rather, like, in terms of the relationship factor, commuting back and forth is probably one of the most horrible things ever. At least in my opinion, so I would convince her to try and... You tell her that this means you two won't have a family. She says that's BS. She's totally right. She asks if her taking the job means you won't come with her. You say yes. Again, BS. But she decides not to take it. Julia is asked to leave Boulder on paid leave for having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were very important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make macaroni and drink wine, try and forget about it. Let's talk to someone about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both take You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Whoa! Can he show that? Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care. A home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You are determined to take care of her by yourself. This is heartbreaking. Totally heartbreaking. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter, drinking then too. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. That's really scary. Why not like have the option of just not leaving? Just don't go out. You're determined to look after her, man. Come on. I can't trust that she sleeps like a rock. Not with this problem. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 AM a couple of nights a week. You look forward to those nights. One night you're stopped at a DIY checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Julia's parents are take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. When they tell you Julia is coming to live with them, you don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. That's heartbreaking, guys. It's horrible. What a horrible. And this is where the preview build starts. So we'll get to the end of this night here, and we'll call that a video, and then we'll start up again in the next morning. Such a sad tale.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, you're probably out here because nobody back home can stand you, which, after this brief introduction, is not a big shock.
Ouch. I'll chalk that up to you being tired and grumpy.
Well, I'd better get some sleep then.
One sec. Now it's my turn.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Huh, is that it?
Close?
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Right, well, that's episode 1, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!